I can't believe I'm saying this, but we've made it to my final Power 10 rankings of the 2022 college volleyball season. We've had one of the best seasons, so much parity, so much talent, and still we have more to go. One more week of games until selections on November 27th, this Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So let's get to the rankings. Texas got through Baylor in 4 sets this past week. That was the Longhorns' last ranked opponent of the season. Louisville had 2 huge tests in Georgia Tech and Pitt. They reverse swept the Jackets and then avenged its prior loss to Pitt this season with a dominating sweep. The Cards dominated all facets of the game and beat the Panthers in virtually every statistical category. They hit 309 as a team. San Diego remains at number 3 with its last matchup against BYU looming. Wisconsin is at number 4 still after surviving Penn State in 5 last week. They've got 2 huge matchups on the schedule this week, Nebraska and Ohio State. I have a slight movement here. I put Stanford up at number 5 with Ohio State dropping out. The Cardinal have been rolling with 16 straight wins, and they have the head-to-head over the Huskers. Nebraska stays put at number 6, just pulled off a big sweep over Purdue, led by Maddie Kubik with 17 kills. I'm so excited to see them face off against Wisconsin and Minnesota to end the season. Pitt is at number 7 following the loss to Louisville this past weekend. The Panthers do still have Georgia Tech before selections. Then I have the Buckeyes down at number 8 following those 2 surprising losses this past weekend to Maryland and Indiana. I had OSU up at 5 last week coming off of the big win over Nebraska and thought this team was trending upwards with the potential to win out. They had 4 matchups left, 2 that are this week against Minnesota and Wisconsin, and the 2 last week that most thought would be easy wins. They lost both of them, so there needed to be a significant drop in the rankings. I could have dropped them even further to number 9, but ultimately, this is still a great team, and they have a ton of big wins, more than pretty much everyone else. I'll name a few: Nebraska, Louisville, BYU, Georgia Tech, Penn State, Minnesota, and Purdue. These are my Power 10 rankings after all, and I think this is still a national championship caliber team. Finally, I have Minnesota at number 9. They too registered a loss last week, but to Penn State. And Oregon closes out my Power 10 following the reverse sweep over USC, a really good team. So that's my last Power 10 before selections. The bracket will be unveiled after the final games this weekend, and I will fill out my entire bracket the following day. Thank you for watching and following along all season.